There's a garage sale listed on Facebook Marketplace that has a Nintendo and a stack of games. I shot him a message and I asked how much he was asking for it, and he said 40 bucks. So we're headed straight out there and we're going to pick it up. Let's get it. So this is it, huh?
Yep.
You mind if I check it out?
Yeah. Bring it right here so you can lay it all out.
Oh, nice. You got a Game Boy too, huh?
Yeah.
How much you asking on the Game Boy?
I don't even know. $10.
I'll take it for 10 bucks.
It also comes with a Pokemon Blue. Don't know if the battery's dead or not. I'm gonna have to check that.
It looks like it's in good shape.
Yeah. Well, for a while, this declutter has been sitting up collecting dust. I'd rather somebody play it than it just sit there, you know?
Right. You got change by chance?
Red, blue, yellow.
Yep.
Yeah, I had all three of those.
Yeah, that's my jam.
That was my shit, but like I said, just getting older, I work too much damn much now, and everything just collecting dust, so
I hear you.
I get rid of it.
Well, if you guys want to part with any other old stuff, shoot me a message. I'll drive back out here.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
needed 10.
cool.
I gave 60 for it, for everything.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Good luck. Real quick before we head back to the house, let's take a look at what we got here. So it was supposed to be the Nintendo for 40 bucks, but I saw you had the Game Boy on the table, and I asked him how much he wanted. He said 10 bucks for it, and it has a copy of Pokemon Blue inside, so what a deal on that. But the Nintendo is no slouch either. We've got the console with the cables and a controller, and some pretty solid titles. There's Castlevania, there's Contra. I know Willow's pretty common, but we've got Mario Bros. 2, Mario Bros. 3. Oh yeah, Double Dragon, Mario Duck Hunt. So these titles I'll probably end up listing and selling separate, and then I'll just end up bundling a couple of the cheaper games with it, like Mario Duck Hunt, Wrath of the Black Manta, stuff like that. So not too bad for 50 bucks. I'll go home, lay everything out, price chart it, and show you guys what I got. I just laid this stuff out, price charted it, and before we go over how much it's worth, I want to hook up the NES console and test it, make sure it's working. And I also want to pop some batteries in the Game Boy and make sure this is working. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we've got the silver Game Boy Pocket that I picked up for $10 with a copy of Pokemon Blue. I'm going to pop some fresh batteries in here and we're going to test it out, make sure that it works. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got the batteries in it and the Pokemon. Let's see. Ooh. Looks like it's working to me. All right, let's go ahead and hook up the NES and then test, I don't know, Mario 3. Make sure that works, so let's do it. All right, so I've got the Nintendo hooked up, and I'm honestly not too hopeful. 9 times out of 10 when I find these, you get the red flashing light and the pin connectors are super loose. So we're gonna pop in Mario Bros. 3 and see if this one works or not. Oh, that actually felt pretty tight. All right, let's see. We got a solid light, so that's a good sign. It's gonna take a minute to connect. Ooh, looks like it's working. Let's see here. It's gonna be tough to do this one-handed, but we'll give it a shot. No way, this one actually works. I don't have to replace the pin connector. I can't really play one-handed. Anyways, it looks like this one's working. We're gonna go ahead and wind all the cables back up. Actually, I'm gonna pop the test cartridge in that I picked up in the last video, or a couple videos back. I know some people wanted to see me test that, but I was gonna make a short on it. But let's test that out. Be right back. All right, since the Nintendo works, I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys the NTF2 test cartridge I picked up a couple videos ago. I had a handful of people comment saying that they wished I would have tested it and shown it working, so we'll do that. We'll make up for that in this video. All right. I don't know anything about like how this thing works, so I guess we'll see. Just says test, auto test. Video RAM pass, work RAM pass, A button to step to next test. Use joystick to move. Hey, that's pretty cool actually. Can make sure everything works. Oh, I only have one controller plugged in, so I can't do the bottom one. But that's pretty much it. Just goes through and checks and makes sure everything's working. So, all right, pretty neat, pretty neat. There's a whole series of these cartridges. This is just the one that I have, and I believe this is the most common of the test cartridges also. All right, so I tested the NES console. That works. I don't have to replace the pin connector, so that's pretty dang cool. And I tested the Game Boy, and that thing works. Now, not everything here went into price charting. Some of the games are valued $15 or less, like Willow, Black Manta, Double Dragon, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. But I did put everything else into price charting, and the total comes to $223.84. The most expensive stuff here being the copy of Pokemon Blue at $45, the Silver Game Boy Pocket at $31. Then we've got Contra, $33, Mario Bros. 3 at $17, Mario Bros. 2 at $23, then the NES console at $72. So some pretty solid stuff here for 50 bucks. Price charting's $223. After fees and ship, I should make around, I don't know, 150-ish profit, something like that. So not too bad. Thankfully, I already have all of this stuff in my personal collection, so it will all be up for sale or trade on Instagram. If you guys ever see anything in one of my videos that you're interested in, hit me up on Instagram. I'm always willing to work out trades for stuff that I don't have, or just cut out the eBay fees and, you know, hook you guys up. Anyways, on to the next. Real quick, I just want to talk about a pickup that I got on Facebook Marketplace. This listing was like pretty far away, and I didn't feel like making the drive, so I asked if they would ship. And to my surprise, the guy was willing to ship. I got a PlayStation 2 copy of Playboy. I absolutely love the holographic artwork on this one. And I got Yoshi's Island in the box for Super Nintendo. The box is pretty beat up, unfortunately. It's got a rip up here, but I know I can iron it out, throw it in a box protector, and it'll hold its shape pretty well. These were $75 shipped for the pair, which is pretty good because I know Yoshi's Island is like 80 to 100 by itself, and then Playboy is like 25 to 30. So don't be afraid to ask if these guys are willing to ship. It's a good way to get stuff if it's too far to drive to go get it. But I also found another killer deal. This lady's got some Nintendo DS games listed for 20 bucks. Nothing too crazy. There's like a Kirby Squeak Squad, Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing. So I pulled up. We're about to go grab it. She said to put the 20 bucks in the envelope, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, back in the car. I don't know how good that footage is going to be because I used my cell phone instead of my GoPro, but for 20 bucks, we've got Diddy Kong Racing, Cooking Mama, cheap game, Mario Kart DS, Enchanted, also a cheap game. And then a loose copy of Kirby Squeak Squad. Nothing too crazy, but should be able to double up on those and have a couple of cheap games that I can bundle with the DS next time I sell one on eBay. So yeah, solid scoop right there. On to the next. Well, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and on to the next.